But Josh Hawley does not support it. He represents, again, Missouri in the Senate. He joins us tonight. Senator, thanks so much for coming on. So you're a Russian agent. I mean, let's not even engage on that because it's so outrageous that someone who doesn't like America is accusing you of being unpatriotic. But get to the heart of this, if you would. Pushing NATO to join, rather, Ukraine to join NATO. You're against that. Why?
I'm against it because it would mean more troops, more American troops, Tucker, in Europe at a time when we need to be focusing less on Europe and more on our major security threats elsewhere, China, and then, of course, our own southern border. I mean, listen, if we expand NATO, it means that the United States will be providing additional security guarantees that will be more embroiled in European conflicts. This isn't the time for that. We can't do everything. The United States can't do everything. We've got to focus on the safety of the American people, and the number one threat to that abroad right now is China, in addition to, of course, our problems on our southern border.
So you're a sitting member of the United States Senate, only 100 of you there. Obviously, you're our top lawmakers. You're the heart of the democracy. Has anyone ever explained to you in clear terms what the point of NATO is at this point, 30 years after the fall of the Soviet Union?
You know, I think that there is a lot of, shall we say, legacy thinking about NATO, where it just sort of runs of its own steam. Here's what the point needs to be. We need to say to our NATO allies, they need to do more in their own defense. And Ukraine is a perfect example. Listen, I think that we should help Ukraine defend themselves. I'm not in favor of Russia taking over Ukraine, far from it. And this administration has coddled Russia and stuffed money in their pockets with the Nord Stream 2 pipeline and all kinds of other things. So if you want to look at somebody who's responsible for what's going on with Russia and Ukraine, just look at Joe Biden. But listen, we need to be saying to the Europeans, you've got to do more in your own defense. We've got to focus on China and the pressing security threat there. The United States can't do everything. That's what a partnership is, and that's what we should be saying.
I mean, I personally not that interested in any of it, but especially not when, 100,000 Americans are dying every year of opioid ODs. But I have to say, your Republican colleagues haven't jumped up to defend you from the charge that you're working for a foreign government, that you're a disloyal American, that you're effectively committing treason. Is there a reason they haven't?
Well, first of all, I mean, those charges are so ridiculous and outrageous from an administration that has coddled the Russians and coddled Putin. But again, I think a lot of folks just haven't thought about what NATO should be doing in the 21st century and haven't thought about the fact that we have to make tough choices. And right now, we've got to put American security interests first. And that means we've got to focus on China and we've got to focus on our own borders. We need to ask our European allies to do more.
I think Ukraine's eastern border is more significant than the Texas border, but that's just me, because I'm a patriotic American. Senator Hawley, great to see you tonight.
Thank you.